It was meant to be a carefree weekend, a spontaneous escape into the rugged beauty of Idaho's wilderness. A young family, some fresh mountain air, fishing, campfires, and a 2-year-old boy chasing bugs and giggling by the creek. But in a matter of minutes, everything changed. No screams, no struggle, no footprints in the dirt, just gone. How does a toddler vanish into thin air in broad daylight, surrounded by adults, and stay missing for nearly a decade? You're watching Missing Persons Archives, where we uncover the real stories of people who vanished without a trace. These aren't just cold cases. They are urgent reminders that behind every missing person is a family searching for answers. Today, we investigate one of Idaho's most chilling mysteries, the disappearance of 2-year-old DeOrr Kunz Jr. On July 10, 2015, a young couple from Idaho Falls decided on a last-minute getaway, a family camping trip into the remote Timber Creek campground, deep in Lemhi County's Salmon-Challis National Forest. They packed the essentials, brought along Grandpa and a family friend, and most importantly, their little boy, DeOrr. But what started as a casual summer outing turned into every parent's worst nightmare. By the end of the day, DeOrr Kunz Jr. was gone, without a single trace. No solid leads, no witnesses, no suspects, and no closure. Jessica Mitchell and Vernal DeOrr Kunz Sr. were the parents of 2-year-old DeOrr Jr. On a whim, they decided to take a quick trip to Timber Creek Campground, a quiet, rugged area nestled deep in the Idaho mountains. Joining them were Jessica's grandfather, Robert Walton, and a friend of the family, Isaac Reinwand. The group made the 2-hour drive from Idaho Falls and arrived at the site in the early afternoon. They settled in. The mood was light. DeOrr was energetic, playing with his toy truck, exploring the campsite, soaking in the outdoors. But then, in a window of just 20 to 30 minutes, the unthinkable happened. Little DeOrr was gone. According to the family, on the second day of the trip, after lunch, DeOrr was put down for a nap in the tent. Not long after he woke, Jessica and Vernal decided to walk down to the nearby creek. They say they left DeOrr with his great-grandfather, Robert Walton. Now, here's where things get murky. Some reports suggest Robert was fully aware he was supposed to watch the child and even offered DeOrr some candy to keep him nearby. Others claim he was inside the camper trailer and didn't realize the boy had been left in his care. Regardless, just 10 minutes later, Jessica and Vernal returned, and DeOrr was gone. They searched the site, called out for him, asked nearby campers. Nothing. Not a sound. Not a clue. 20 minutes after realizing he was missing, they called the police. Authorities responded immediately, launching one of the largest search operations in Idaho's history. Local police, search and rescue teams, volunteers, helicopters, drones, horseback patrols, and even cadaver dogs combed the region. But they found nothing. No clothing, no tracks, no sign of a struggle, no evidence of animal predation. Despite intense heat, unpredictable weather, and the rough terrain, rescuers pressed on. But day after day, the forest offered no answers, and the deeper the investigation went, the more confusing it became. As weeks passed and hope faded, scrutiny turned inward toward the small group of adults who were with DeOrr that day. Both Jessica and Vernal were interviewed multiple times. Investigators say their statements were inconsistent and at odds with each other. They reportedly failed polygraph tests, and according to law enforcement, there were troubling details, claims of drug use, conflicting timelines, and alleged domestic issues. Despite this, both parents have firmly and repeatedly denied any involvement. They maintain their innocence and believe their son was abducted. But how would a kidnapper have reached such a remote location without being seen? No vehicles were reported, no strangers noted in the area, and the terrain makes it nearly impossible to sneak in or out undetected. Robert Walton and Isaac Reinwand were also scrutinized. Isaac, a convicted felon, was questioned extensively, but again, no evidence has ever tied him or anyone else to foul play. In the wake of DeOrr's disappearance, the local and national response was overwhelming. Church groups, veterans, and ordinary citizens showed up to help. People from across the country traveled to Lemhi County to search, pray, and offer support. Missing posters were plastered across towns and truck stops. Social media campaigns kept DeOrr's name alive. But even this flood of awareness came with challenges. The flood of tips and theories, many unfounded, consumed investigative resources and led to dead ends. Rumors spread fast, accusations followed, and the truth, whatever it may be, remained buried under a growing mountain of doubt and speculation. By 2016, Jessica and Vernal had ended their relationship. In 2017, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released an age progression photo of DeOrr as he might have looked at age 4. They plan to release new images every 5 years. To this day, no trace of him has ever been found. No remains, no belongings, no confirmed sightings. DeOrr's grandmother, Tina Clegg, has said, "We will do everything we can until the day we all die or find him." Some believe the truth lies with the adults who were there that day. Others think DeOrr was kidnapped. A few whisper about supernatural explanations, pointing out how eerily similar this case is to other disappearances of young children in wilderness areas. In the end, the facts are few, and the theories many. So what really happened to DeOrr Kunz Jr.? Was he taken? Lost? Was there an accident covered up out of fear? Or could something far stranger have occurred? Until there are answers, this case remains open, and DeOrr's name remains etched into the hearts of those who refuse to give up hope. If you have any information about the disappearance of DeOrr Kunz Jr., please contact the Lemhi County Sheriff's Office. Even the smallest tip could help bring resolution to a mystery that has haunted a family and a nation for years. This has been another episode of Missing Persons Archives. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep these stories alive, because the more eyes we have, the more answers we may uncover.